Gary, welcome to WarriorsTV. That's a very, very, very strong 3 points today.
No, it was. I thought the lads were excellent, really, really good. Changed the system. Probably was forced on us with the amount of players that we had missing. You have to look at the players that are available. We had, I think we had 12 outfield players available. Scotty could go on the bench, but he couldn't really start the game. So the 12 outfield that we had available, 7 of them were defenders. So as much as I probably wanted to play a normal system, I thought it suited us better to go to a back three with wing backs. Spoke to the lads a wee bit about on Thursday, saying that was what I was thinking, and they bought into it, and I thought they were excellent. I thought we were always in the game. I thought we limited a really, really good team to very few chances. You know, they've been scoring goals for fun. They've got a lot of options. And I thought we always looked dangerous on the break. But when we had to defend, we defended. You know, I don't think Darren's made too many saves. I don't think he's made a save that you wouldn't expect him to make, that's for sure. And when I actually think about the players that we were playing against, the players that were missing, and what I mean by that, the options to actually change it from the bench, and the opposition that we were playing against, you could arguably say it's the best victory in my time at Stenhousemuir. You know, that's not me getting carried away. I just think when you put everything together and then ending up with 10 men, and there's balls coming into the box and they've got a height advantage, for us to manage to get a clean sheet there, I think when you sum it all up, I think that would probably be the best victory that we've had.
In the first half I thought we were absolutely outstanding, but you seen the second half, the pressing, the intensity, everything just clicked, and obviously Ollie, we got a well-deserved goal just in for the right there. It was Matty Aitken's assist on his 100th appearance as well.
Yeah, I never knew that. I thought Matty was good today, you know, he had to battle against the two of them, but we had Ross up there. I thought Ross was lively. But Ross, you know, he gets booked for leaving his foot in, and then straight away he makes another foul. I think it was about 60 minutes, and straight away that sort of makes the decision for us, because if Ross makes one more foul, we're down to 10 men. It's hard to play against Inverness 30 minutes with 10 men, so we had to take him off. And I have to be honest, I thought Zeke worked his socks off. He was involved in the goal, him and Matty, lovely bit of play, and then Ollie showed nice composure. I thought Ollie, Mikey, Leighton, it's hard really to single people out, you know, because at times when everybody had to do their part, they'd done it. So a real team effort, and I actually said that to them there. Coming off, I actually felt like it was like a wee bit emotional, because we were so up against it today, like you wouldn't believe, so up against that. And for the players to put into that type of performance after the uncharacteristic performance last week defensively, I think it just speaks volumes of them as a group.
Do you think it's fair to say it was a statement of intent, not only in the league, but actually playing at Oakville? Because if I'm right, I think there's only one loss in the league here, and that was the first game of the season. Yeah,
listen, our home record's been excellent, but not a statement of intent. You know, I still think Inverness have got the strongest squad in the league. I think they've done terrific. They've got, they're a really, really good team, good management team. I think they've done a great job. And I think it's too easy for people to say, oh, they're full time, they've got the biggest budget. They players have still got to go and deliver, and they're delivering. You know, they'd be 8 points clear with a game in hand if they never had their 5-point deduction. So they're still the benchmark, they're still the team that we've got to try and get close to. So it wasn't a statement of intent. What it was for me, it was the group showing that last week was a one-off. And getting back to your home stuff, I think that's we've got beat against Alloa. I think that's our only defeat in 15 games at home. So we've got a really strong home record. But today, and I think it was due to Inverness bringing down a really good fall. You know, you've got to say well done to them. It's getting near Christmas. It's a lot of money. They had a good couple of hundred in there. We seem to have a little bit more. There was more noise coming for the stand. It's the first time in a long time that I've actually felt there was a proper atmosphere inside the stadium. And I think that helped the players as well. When they were maybe getting a wee bit tired of that, the fans would kick them on. We got a goal at the right time that gave us another wee bit of energy. But today there was definitely a different atmosphere in the stadium.
I think you're absolutely correct. I think there was about 600 people here today, but we're looking ahead now. After Christmas, this game against Alloa will be a tough one, but you must obviously be looking for the players.
Yeah, listen, let the players recover. Obviously, we've got Scotty back on the pitch, but he's only really had 1 day full training with the team. So Scotty, but we've got to miss Leighton now because he's red card. You know, whether I agree with that or not, it's a red card. And it'll be touch and go about the other players to be back. So the numbers are still got to be low. We're going to have to dig in, regroup. Just because we've played a back three today doesn't mean that we're going to play that next week. We'll see what players are available. But the one thing about the group is, because of the types of players that we've recruited, I always feel comfortable that we can play different formations. Even if we've only got 12 or 13 fit players, I can still play whatever formation I want. But as I say, just today we felt as a group, you've got 7 defenders fit out of 12. It made sense to play 5 at the back, really. 3 and 2 wing backs who were full backs. Sometimes when we play wing backs, we generally go with Ewan and gave us a wee bit more of an attacking threat. But we also realised today that Inverness were probably going to have a lot of the ball, and to actually have 2 defenders in those positions would probably help the team, and that's how it worked out. So it isn't us being clever or anything like that. It basically came down to what we had available to play that system was the best. But the players then have to buy into it. We had to work on it at training on Thursday, which they did. Very limited time, because you've still got to try and train them and, you know, and do other bits and bobs. You can only spend a little bit of time on tactics. So the players have bought into it, but just really proud of them today, really. I said that to them at the end when my finishing was really proud to be their manager today. Just for the effort they gave for the club as a group. As a manager, you can't ask for more than that. The effort and the work rate, I don't know if you can top that for what they showed today. The challenge is to maintain that as many games as we can. But great to send the fans away with a victory before Christmas. Great for the players to get a victory before Christmas. But we'll be in training next week. We need to get ready because Alloa are a good team that have caused us problems this season. And that'll be another very difficult game. But just delighted with the response for last week, really.
Gaffer, thanks for your time and have a good Christmas.
No problem. Take care.